Does anybody else get the urge to just dye their hair at 3 o'clock in the morning?
No ma'am.
Me?
No ma'am.
So anyway, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You see me? 3:20 actually. And I decided a while back that I wanted to change my hair color, zine. But like the bleaching and the dyeing was not gonna work because my hair is thin and frail, and it's just not strong enough, and I don't want to put her through all of that. So I decided to get hair paint wax, zine. This was months ago, and obviously I still haven't used it. So I got up. Actually, I didn't even get up because I wasn't sleeping. But like, I just decided that today is the day. This morning is the morning that we're gonna have blue hair. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. What I'm gonna do. What you're gonna watch me do. I might be rambling because it's 3 in the morning and I get chatty at this time. Also, I'm not accustomed to talking directly to the camera. So I'm supposed to be looking this way, so I'm looking at you. But I'm looking this way at me. Just bear with me. We're not professionals here. Alright, so the hair paint wax I'm going to be using is literally just, the light is being weird. It's literally just called hair paint wax, and it's, yeah, hair paint wax, a splash of color in the color blue. So everything is pretty straightforward so far. As you can see, it's brand new. I haven't opened it yet, but that's what we gonna do today. Oh Jesus. Ooh. Okay, there's our seal. Oh, here we go. All right, big reveal time. Oh, that's bright. That is bright. Excellent. It says a temporary water-based hair coloring solution. Use a small to moderate amount of hair color wax and apply to damp hair starting from the bottom up. Once you've applied, set the hair and allow it to dry. Best used on curly textured hair like mine. Color may vary from person to person depending on hair texture and current hair color. So my hair is really dark. I'm not expecting it to be like as bright as it is in the container, but we're gonna see how that goes. So I washed my hair about 2 days ago, and I just put my hair in twists, so it's already moisturized, oil detangled and everything. So all I'm gonna do is spray my hair with some water before I start. All right, it says damp. I'm not sure exactly how damp. Seems wet enough. Okay, work it through. Am I nervous? A little nervous. All right, so I'm starting with this. It's so bright. I feel like this is way too much. All right, so I'm starting with this amount, moderate, and it is, it's not as waxy as I thought it would be, but it's not like a creamy texture. It is more waxy, but like really smooth still. All right, I see you. Take some more. I want the whole length of my hair to have wax. Is this enough? I think this is enough. All right, so we're gonna twist this section away. I really like how it feels on my hair. So for those of you who have seen my first attempt at temporary hair color, it was, you know, the struggle, you know where I'm coming from. So when I say this feels nice on my hair, this feels really good. It's almost like, now my hair feels really smooth and soft, like I put maybe a leave-in or some kind of cream. So in case it wasn't completely obvious before, I'm gonna be doing a twist out, and I thought about doing flat twists or bantu knots or even braids, but it's 3 in the morning. Nobody got time for that. This color is amazing. I love it so far. Hopefully, I feel like it's gonna dry a bit lighter, but not too much, because I made sure to put a whole lot because I want it like in your face, easy me. There's a lot of transfer at this point because it's wet, so you know that's to be expected. It is supposed to wash off, so I'm not really worried about that. I'm hoping it doesn't like get all over the place when I'm sleeping. I am going to be sleeping with a bonnet, but like if I lean up on the couch or a wall or something, I don't want it to get on everything, or even on like a t-shirt. If I change to something lighter, there's a bit on the shirt right now from when the hair was touching it, but that's fine. So it's kind of messy. It got on pretty much everything that I touched, which like I said is fine. Also I used a decent amount. I would say I used more than what was probably recommended because I want it so bright, but we still have, this is less than half, maybe a third of the container left, so we'll get more than one use out of each, which is great. Value for your money, is me. And it's funny because it wasn't even expensive. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but I remember thinking, oh, that's a good price considering that I should be able to use it more than once. So this is where we are. I'm gonna, did I miss one? Somebody tell me if I missed one. Good? We're good. Alright, okay. Alright, so I'm going to clean up, wash my face, my hands and everything, and then, I mean it's 4 in the morning. I may or may not go to bed, but I'll let you guys know when it's dry. Alright, so before we get into what we're actually here for, there's something that we obviously need to address. And I'm just gonna say, some things look better in the mirror than they do on camera. This, I guarantee, let me just make sure. Yeah man, I guarantee you this looks way better in real life, like in the mirror, than it does on video. But that's not what we're here for. What we are here for is to take these twists down. So we're gonna ignore all of this if we can, and we're gonna move forward. You see me? Okay, so I've had these twists in for 4 days. Wow. All right, usually I keep them in for like 2 days, maybe 3 days, to ensure that they're completely dry and set. But it's been really hot here and my scalp has been sweating a lot, and I just know that it wasn't completely dry, so I was like, let's wait another day. And then I was like, let's wait another day, and so we're here. I do sleep with a satin scarf and a satin bonnet on. Some of it did transfer to the scarf, nothing too crazy, but it was still there. And throughout the period that I've had it in, there has been some transfer on my fingers as well. You can barely see it, so it's nothing too bad. There hasn't been any flaking whatsoever, which is great. Also, if you're hearing noise, the fan is on because it's like ridiculously hot, and I would be a puddle on the floor without this fan, so please forgive me if there's any background noise. So we're gonna start in the front, untwisting in the opposite direction. I feel like this is gonna be a really good one. Okay, all right, so first off, it's holding the shape perfectly. That's great. All right, so we're off to a good start, and the color still looks pretty bright even after 4 days. Pretty sure all of the twists are out. Okay, I like it. All right, let's compare what the blue looks like on my hair to what it looks like in the container. So as you can see, it's closer to my robe actually. It's a lot brighter, a lot more saturated in the container than on my hair. I definitely expected it to be that way because my hair is dark, and it did say that it shows up brighter on like lighter hair color, so that was to be expected. But I think it turned out really nice, especially since I had it for like 4 whole days and it was rubbing up on stuff and there was some transfer. So like now there is quite a bit of transfer on my hands, so I'm gonna have to wash them when I'm finished. But the curl definition is quite nice. I know that's, I mean, we saw it in the beginning. Oh, I missed one. We saw in the beginning just how it was defining my hair, so I'm not surprised at the curl definition at all. It's looking quite nice. So what I'm gonna do is just separate one time. See, this is separating a lot on its own, so I'll just do 1 or 2 per section. Show you guys. This is nice. The fan is doing its thing, but the curls, yeah man, curls are nice, the color is nice, and my hair still feels very, very soft, like I used a moisturizer or a leave-in conditioner, so that is definitely a plus. Alright, so we need to backtrack just a little bit. Remember that when I started, I had washed my hair a few days before, so it was already moisturized and whatever, so I didn't use any kind of styling agent. All I used was the water and the hair paint wax. Can we get into the definition? Can we look? It's holding every curl in place. There's no frizz, there are no weird flyaways, it's not uneven. Wow. I don't even know what the back looks like. I don't know, I feel like it's uneven. Is it uneven? Tell me if it's uneven. Yeah, I can kind of feel it. We can sort out the back later, right? No, we're just looking at the definition, sweetie. I like this. I like this a lot. I like... Alright, let's... You know what? Let me change my shirt and I'll come back. Alright, the shirt changes make that much of a difference, but we're gonna take some pictures, so it's fine. Alright, I was gonna start off with what I like and then get into what I dislike, but we're gonna do it the other way around because there are way more pros than cons. Yeah, there are more pros than cons. So the only negative thing I find about this is this. Right, the lighting is weird, but this is really the only negative thing, that even when it's 100% completely totally dry, you are still going to have some transfer. There's still going to be a bit of residue, but to combat that, sleep with a satin scarf, sleep with anything to cover your hair, protect your sheets, protect your pillows, to your clothes, and then that should be fine. And then of course, once you've finished handling, styling, what is this? I know you see that. Let's make it work. You know what? Just give me a second. Why don't these things show up in real life but they show up on camera? I don't understand. I don't know what I was saying. Alright, so it's really annoying. Once you have finished handling your hair, styling your hair, you're gonna need to wash your hands, but the transfer really is the only negative thing I see. So let's talk about the cons. Pros. Let's talk about the pros. First off, which I think is very important, is that I didn't even need to use the entire container for my entire head of hair. Now I do have an undercut. I would have used a bit more if I had like longer hair in the back, but I still wouldn't have used the whole container, which is great. So I feel like the average person would need to use the entire thing, and I went from root to tip. I did my entire head of hair, so obviously if you're doing like a halfway kind of vibe or just the tips, you'd be using significantly less. So the coverage is great as well. Again, my hair is really, really dark, so it's not going to show up as bright as it does in the container, which is expected and perfectly fine. Should probably made a list or something. The definition, I can't believe I almost forgot that. The curl definition is perfect. This is working on my hair like a styling product. This is like if I use a curling custard or a gel or even a moisturizer to get my curls right. This is the kind of vibe that I'm getting. Is there frizz? There's like no frizz, which is almost unheard of with my hair. It's almost always frizzy. Definition, the bounce, the shake, the color, the rhythm, the movement, I like it. I like it. If you have used a hair paint wax before, even if it's a different brand, feel free to comment down below letting me know what color you use and if it worked well for you, like it's working well for me today. Hopefully the pictures turn out really well, really nice, really good. Hopefully I get some good pictures so I can post them at the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, and you will see me next time.